Okay. Another scuffed build stream, but I think this time we'll have it built. We'll actually have it completed, and hopefully we can actually test it, use it, have some fun with it. A little bit. If everything goes to plan, which I guess we'll see. Let me turn on the scene here. Okay. I reverted back to the higher quality. Oh, I'm hitting my robot already. Because last time we were having freezing. The camera kept freezing up every now and again, but it's looking good so far. So, cool. I'll have to try to keep an eye on that and see if it freezes anytime during the stream. Okay. So, we were having problems with the gripper last time. I got it all built. It works wonderfully now. So that's good. It was too tight. The little hinge arms here printed too thick. So when it was fully assembled, the enclosure was closing too tightly on it, and there was too much resistance to actuate the arm with this little servo. So the servo broke. I looked at it after stream, and it's a little bit see-through, the servo, so you can see the gearing inside, and the gear on the motor was just totally off. It wasn't even actuating anything when it was actually being sent to command. So it could have been just a bad motor, or really though, I think this enclosure was just too tight and these parts were too thick. So I reprinted it. I reprinted these hinge arms anyway, and that was the only change I needed to make. And now it works great. It looks quite cool too, doesn't it? Okay. So now we have to put together the second half of the robot arm, which I'm thinking should be easier. I think. We'll see. Could surprise me like it did last time. So let's get started. If you recall from last time, the assembly instructions, I had mentioned that the assembly instructions that were made for this aren't the best. Of course, this whole thing's free. So, I mean, the design for the robot arm is free. So I can't really complain, right? But it does make assembly a little bit more tedious because I have to find exactly which component, which screw is the one that works. So that might be the only part that slows us down a little bit. But anyway, I'll just get started. If my model goes dead, it's probably because I stepped away. If I recall correctly, we start with this shorter straight arm, and that's gonna connect. I don't know if it's really in view of the camera. I might need to think about extending some of these wires too. In fact, I'm probably pretty sure that I'll have to. This arm, the shorter arm that I was holding, is gonna connect to this lever, or shorter arm right here. But it obviously doesn't go in between, so let me go look at the assembly instructions and see how that fits together real quick. oh, I'm just a dummy. And this arm has a thinner side that actually does go between that shorter arm that I was showing. So, what kind of screw will I need for that though? Is that going to be problematic? You know, maybe I should just assemble this stuff off stream, because when you actually get to assembly, you figure out, oh, that's probably not right. But I think this will be fine. I think the part is a little bit oversized for the gap that it was designed for. I don't know, it's really easy to tell on the camera. There you go. I think that's better now. This part right here. I think it's a little bit too thick, but it actually turns okay, which is the important part. So yeah, I think that should be okay. So what kind of screw do I need for that? I think it might be 20mm. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna try out 20mm. Yep, that works. Hold on, let me grab a lock nut now. Okay, I just grabbed a bunch because I think that's probably, I think M3 20mm is gonna be the one we're using quite a bit. So, what size Allen wrench do I need? That one's too small. I think this one's right, so. You grab this lock nut. You know what? I'm not going to do the lock nut, because if I have to go back and fix something, it's just going to be tougher to disassemble. So before I put the lock nut on, I think I'll just work with regular hex nuts. Also, the assembly is a little bit less involved or easier. Yeah, I'll just leave it kind of loose for now, and then if it works, I can go back and put the lock nuts on. Hopefully pretty easily. I guess I'll find out. Okay. Now, what's next? And cool, that rotates pretty good. Just what I want. And next, we got this arm that's symmetric, so it doesn't matter which way it's oriented. And it goes on the inside. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, maybe I put on the screw the other way so that the nut is on the outside, so that when I go back and put the lock nut on, it's easier to do. Okay. This guy. Okay. That works. And then this is the part that gets a little bit funky. Or rather, there's just a lot of parts to be assembled at once. I need a 60mm threaded rod, which I don't have right in front of me, so I'll be right back again. Hello, Senti. I think we might actually build this today. And if you stick around, you will have the honors of helping me test it. Oh, you know what, Senti, while you're here, because I don't know how much time you have, I wanted to ask you a question. If you were open to it. If not, totally good. Totally fine. So don't feel like you have to say yes to this at all. But I've just seen your art. I like your art. So I wanted to ask, how, here, you know what? Let me go to my computer real quick, because it's just going to be easier to show you what I... Okay, bear with me real quick. Let me see if I can pull up. So I'm not expecting as much detail as what I'm about to show you. But just, I guess I'll show you and then you can let me know what you think. Okay. Now, I can't recall, did I think I need to move this over here real quick. Move that over there. Okay, and then, bam. Aha, okay. So, I'm not expecting this much detail. But how hard do you think it would be, or would you be open to maybe drawing one to, I think I probably need like 2 frames of something this, but Psy, you know? And like yellow glasses instead. Would you be interested in that kind of job? I just probably gonna look into an artist anyway, but you support me, so if you wanted this kind of gig, then I wanted to offer it to you. Not this much detail. It's okay. No, you're good. I can come back to this. I don't know how much of that you caught, so. I'm gonna send you a message in the chat just in case you can't hear me. Or maybe I'll just send you Twitter DM. There you go. Anyway, the short and sweet of it is I have a art gig that I wanted to offer you. And if you're open to it, great. If not, also great. Not offended whatsoever. But anyway, I'll come back to it or just send you a DM. So anyway, I'll switch back to the scene here and we'll just continue assembly. Okay, hold on, let me get set back up at my workspace. Oh, you're all good. I was just saying, I'll just rewatch this part when I have Wi-Fi. Yeah, that works. I'll probably just send you a Twitter DM too. And I can talk about what I have in mind there. And anyway, again, no pressure to accept it. Just figured I'd offer it to you first. Okay. So where was I? I need to switch back. Yeah, that might be better. I'm chugging along on LTE right now. Nice. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll just send you a DM then. Okay. So, back to the part where we need to put multiple pieces together at once. And I need to get the assembly instructions back. Okay. I think I see how this works. I guess we'll find out. If I really do. Aha, there we go. Okay. I'll throw some hex nuts on there. Okay, there we go. Not the most fluid rotation, but I think it'll be fine. Where's the problem here? I'm feeling some resistance somewhere. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, all these parts printed a little bit thicker than I think was the design intent. But I think we'll scrape by. I think it'll still do the job. Okay, so what's next? Now we connect these two smaller arms. To the arms we just connected. Trying to make sure I connect them on the right side. Okay. So I think the 20mm is definitely going to work. It's coming along. Oh my gosh, I know. We're so close, Senti. It's going to be so great. Okay. Thinking a 20mm will work for this? I don't know though. Well, I guess it might work a little bit better if it actually went through the hole that I wanted it to. And I should probably go the opposite way because I want to replace these with lock nuts later. Actually, I'm gonna need a longer screw for this one. That's the one thing the assembly instructions for some reason do not tell you is what size screw you need for each step of the assembly. Which is a little annoying, but like I said, it's free, so can't really complain. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab probably a 25mm. Is 25mm gonna work? Oh yeah, that's plenty. Well, what if it doesn't fit? Senti, I think I've thought of everything now. I think everything that I was questioning would fit. I think I've checked, and I think we're good. The only thing that I didn't check that I was almost worried about at the very start of the stream was I didn't put all of these 3D printed parts. I mean, obviously, I haven't assembled the whole thing yet. So there's some interconnects between these 3D printed parts that are a little bit tight. But so far, the rotation, like, it doesn't take much torque, doesn't take much force to actually rotate any of these pieces, which is the main thing. It's just that initial putting the parts together that's a little bit tight, but then they rotate okay. So we're good so far. And I think the only part that's left after this is putting on the gripper. So I think we're good. We'll see though. I don't want to jinx it. Okay. Yeah, we got a solid gripper right now, not a soft gripper, Sag. But we'll get there. But this was the one that was already pre-designed. So, and I think the one we have currently right now designed, or the mold for, is way too big. Like you mentioned to me. You were like, Sai, I think that mold's a little large. And I was like, nah, it's fine. Yeah, I think it is. Now. So I'll have to reprint it, but that's okay. The expensive part of that is the silicone, which I haven't poured yet. I haven't opened. So once I open it, there's no turning back. The plastic is the cheap part, so I'm okay with reprinting. But I guess that's why I was doing this project first, is to get a sense of size and what servos are capable of doing, and yeah, I guess just learning how to use a robot arm. So, which I have a much better idea of now that we're almost through with this assembly. Okay, so what's next? Okay. I really need to get like a not a toolbox, but fastener drawer, and then just put it right in front of me so I don't have to go anywhere to look for it. Okay. Now we have this longer straight arm that we need to place on the inside. Yeah, on the inside. So voila. Okay. Hopefully that's not too close. I think it's okay. Then we take this guy. Oh, this music all of a sudden got loud. Okay. Let's see, I don't even know what fastener size I need for this. Yeah, 30 should work, I guess. And does 40 work for this one? Sure does. In fact, can I get away with a 35? Hold on, I'll be right back. Try out a 35. And no. 35 isn't gonna work. We have to roll with the 40. Okay. I think we did it. Why are all the supplies so far away? Because Senti, you know, I didn't really think about it. Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? If the assembly instructions were better, right? The assembly instructions, they're not far away, they're right behind me. But they're all sorted into their little bins. And so I need to find which box it's in. Like I said, I need to just get like a fastener assortment so I don't have all these different boxes. If you've ever ordered fasteners off Amazon, you know what I'm talking about with all the different boxes and stuff. I really just need to get a fastener drawers, plural, and then just have them sorted that way. So, you know, this is all scuffed still. This is a scuffed stream. I'm learning as I go here what's the better setup and stuff. But also, the assembly instructions, while I appreciate the guy taking the time to put something together, not very good for determining like what screw I need at a particular step. So in a perfect world, or in a world where I put the assembly together, I would have all the parts probably laid out, ready to go. I just maybe even have them sorted into bags for the particular assembly step, maybe. I don't know. But the assembly instructions kind of below. So I'm forced to just kind of roll with it. IKEA style, exactly. But IKEA's instructions are actually great. They're actually really good. They tell me what part I need at this exact step. Anyway, I think we're done, actually. So, voila, here's a robot arm. How do I want to position this for the camera? Maybe like that. So fast? Yeah, like, so that's what I was saying last stream, right? Was that the base was the toughest part and the rest would be easy. But the problem was last stream, I didn't have the assembly instructions call for M4 diameter. M4 is too big for how these parts printed out. These parts printed out too large, so all the holes are now smaller than probably what the design intent was. So I have to use M3, which might make it a little bit more janky, but I just want it to work. So let's try it. Let's try it out. I'm gonna go back. Should I think I'm done here. As long as everything goes okay. So I guess I'll move my, yeah, I'll just get back set up at the computer real quick. Give me a moment. Okay. All right, there we go. Working at 50% is still working. That's right. That's right. Oh, please, God. Please, God, have this work. I'm kind of scared. If it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't see why it wouldn't, though. So, fingers crossed, I guess. My model doesn't want to close my mouth. Why? Come on, VTube Studio. Huh. Okay, I don't know. My model's being weird. I guess I'm gonna roll with a slightly open mouth this stream. I'll be a mouth breather. Let me try this one last thing. Okay. So. Let's play with some of the joints, I guess, and see where they take us. I guess we'll just move the base first a little bit. Let's do, oh, I don't know. $180? Ah, that was really smooth. That was really smooth. I like that a lot. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so base joint works. How about the joint next to the base? I need to learn what you actually call these joints. I guess that would be the, so that was the shoulder. This would be what? I guess this would also be a, the only way I can tell my screen isn't frozen is your model swaying a bit. The only way I can tell my screen isn't frozen is your model swaying a bit. Or maybe I'm seeing things. What do you mean? Like, is my model frozen? Is that what you're saying? Or the only way you can tell that your screen isn't frozen is that my model's swaying. I'm swaying now. So, hold on, let me see. I can look at my own Twitch real quick. Looks good on my side. So, oh, okay, cool. All right, let's try. So I don't know, what would that be called? What we just moved, what would that joint be? The shoulder? But then what is the next joint? I think that would be the shoulder. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna move it to $120. Oh my gosh, we almost sent it flying. I wonder if there's a, there probably is. Like an actuation rate, so I can have it actuate more slowly. Because that was, We don't have a counterweight in the bass yet, so it's a little bit sensitive. That I'm really liking it though so far. I'm really like flex tape. Yeah. You know what? I do have duct tape. I do have duct tape right there, so I might be using that. Even sounds robotic. Can you hear it? I mean, that's great if you can. I thought the audio didn't go through. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, when it moved. Okay. Maybe it was because I was talking at the same time, so. Let me see, because now you have me curious. Yeah, I must have been talking at the same time. Okay. So when I talk while it's moving, you'll probably hear it. Okay. Now this one, this joint, I actually don't know what the limits are for this joint. I actually don't really know what the joint limits are for all of these joints. So we're just gonna take it slow. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's probably a little bit, too far. Probably depends where the other joints are too. So I'll have to think about that. Because if we rotate this guy to 120, we could probably go to this angle, no problem. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the joint limits, it's really going to actually depend on the other joint angles too, which makes sense. But I'll have to think about how I want to limit that then. Huh. I don't know. Kinematics. I guess I'm going to have to dig into kinematics. Great. But that doesn't stop us from testing still. So rather than having hard set limits, I'm going to have to find a way to limit the joint angle. Huh. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. That's going to be a fun topic to look into, I guess, off stream. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't stop us from testing the arm, but when I show you what I have in mind for using this arm, you'll understand why I have those concerns. Okay, very good. Lastly, we have the gripper. The almighty gripper. Hog. It all works. Okay. Sounds good. I know. Big moves. It's big stuff right here. Okay. So, I actually am going to duct tape it down. I'm actually going to duct tape it down real quick. And then we're going to switch to some code. So I'll show you what I have in mind for this arm. Duct tape fixes everything. And I also covered the vent. Because, you know, that's a great idea. A lot of times is, you know, when you have a vent, you cover the vent with duct tape because that is, you know, a great idea. Which I'm being sarcastic, if you couldn't tell. Don't do that typically, but in our case it's okay because there's actually nothing underneath except one servo that I think will be okay. But don't cover vents, okay? All right. Now, let's go to code. Perm. I know. Believe it or not, Senti, some people don't know that. Well, we win some and lose some. What did we lose? I think we'll be okay. But yeah, I guess I see what you might be getting at. We get stability and we cover the vents. Okay, let's go here, maybe? Yep. Okay. And then let's go here. Oh, I'm covering it up. Hold on a second. Let me... Window capture. Visual code. Bam. 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 And I think we're good. I need to probably reposition the robot a little bit. Never mind, I can't because I duct taped it down. So let me just do that. There we go. that works until we actually move it, and then it's out of frame again, but it's good for now. Okay. Let me see if I can zoom in on this a little bit so it's just a better view for everyone. Okay, so this is the code that I was using just to test out the joints and stuff, and I manually change it and save as, and then run it again, and then see how the robot arm moved. But it would be a lot cooler, right, if anyone in chat could use the arm too. I think that'd be pretty neat. And I think it's possible. And we're gonna see if it is. I think probably for the rest of the stream. So I have this Twitch control file that I initialize, and I gave it like min-max angles that I thought would be the min-max joint angles that it could work at, but as I just saw in my testing, that doesn't work actually, because, well, it just depends on where the other joints are, that it affects the other joints limits and blah 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 blah. Wait, you're so right. What am I so right about? If it being cool that Twitch chat could use the robot arm, I know. Chat abuse time? No, not abuse. Not abuse, Senti. We're gonna love this robot. We're gonna give it tender love and care, and we're gonna be very careful. We're gonna be very careful with it. Probably not. I'm probably gonna have to buy a few servos. But that's why it's so important that I understand how I want to limit the joint angles, because then anyone... So, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Here's my grand idea. Here's my grand idea. My grand idea, and what I think I want my content to ultimately be, is STEM gamified. So STEM stuff, but it's all games. So, because I mean, what's Twitch, right? Twitch has a bunch of people who, well, I mean, just chatting goes crazy, and there's a bunch of other categories now. But, you know, I'd say a large part of Twitch is people who want to watch games. So, why not make in real life games out of STEM projects that I work on? And we can just evolve with these projects, right? I mean, we start with this robot arm, but I mean, there's so many other places we can take it from here, right? Like, what if I built another robot arm? That has a lot of stuff I could do with it too. What if I put them on a rover? What if I did a robot demolition derby? I think that's pretty cool. Now, I'm not saying I'm the first one to do this. I don't think I am. I'd be surprised if I was. But, you know, I don't see a lot of content like this personally, especially VTuber wise. So there is one guy actually that does these kinds of in real life projects, and that's pretty cool. And his stuff is really cool. And, but and the projects are great. But I think I want to try to... His content is great because a lot of the projects he works on are impractical and just jokes pretty much, which is great for content and it works for him and that's wonderful. But I think what I want to try to do is, because another layer to all this, right, is that I'm trying to teach myself new skills. So I want my projects to be a little bit more practical. But I think the key is going to be hopefully not at the sacrifice of making it entertaining or cool to watch. So we'll have to see how we want to work that out. But anyway, this is the first step to something that I think is going to be really cool. Yeah. So I see a lot of potential with this. Okay, so these joint angles I have set mean nothing because, as we just saw, the joint limits depend on some of the other joints. So I have to look up how that's actually handled for robots. Probably something to do with kinematics, which is going to be fun stuff. But hey, that's fine because I'll learn something along the way. Okay. So, but like I said before, it doesn't stop us tonight from testing it. We just have to be a little bit careful, probably. Okay, so I have this code going already for how I envision maybe Twitch controlling the robot. The only thing I don't like about it right now is that in order for chat to use the robot, I need to be, my cursor needs to be on the terminal. So like I can't be doing other stuff while chat's using the robot, which isn't ideal. So I don't think I'm going to stick with this code exactly, but for the sake of just testing that, you know, Twitch chat can send the commands and it works, this code's okay. But ultimately, I'm going to have to find a way to where Twitch chat can send commands while I'm doing other stuff. Which I think is possible. I just have to think a little bit harder about that. Maybe this file can constantly read some kind of text file that Twitch chat is constantly writing to, that the program's constantly reading and looking for updates. Something like that. I don't know. I'll think about it. But anyway, this is what we have tonight. So this was setting up the joint angle limits. I already said that doesn't matter anymore. This is initializing the position of the arm. So just so that's at a good starting position. And then finally we get to the actual commanding part. So the program will constantly loop through this section of the code while this listening variable is true. So when we enter that loop, we get the prompt, how would you like to move the robot? And you tell it, I would like to move the A joint, B joint, C joint, or your D joint, space, some kind of increment. And then it says, okay, yeah, A, B, C, D are all valid joint angles. If you type X, that means I'm going to stop listening. Anything else is an invalid joint ID. Okay, great. So now we know what joint we're commanding. How much are we going to move it? How much are we going to move that joint? So that's what this next part of the code is all about. So yeah. So basically it just goes through and says, hey, if it's this joint, we're going to change that joint angle's variable and then set it to that angle. But if it's out of bounds, then we're going to tell you that it's out of bounds. And then MoonPie124, yo, how's it going? It's going good. How about yourself? It's nighttime over here for me, so having a good night so far. It was Dying Moons. Okay, I was like a little bit confused because I was like, man, there's a lot of people with Moon in their username that visit the stream, which would make sense actually, because you know I'm Lord of the Moon, right? Okay, good to know. Dying Moons. How's the arm going? Wonderful, actually, absolutely wonderful. Now, you might recall that on the previous stream, right, we had some assembly trouble, right? We didn't have the rod sized properly, so we couldn't assemble the rest of it. Amazon kind of screwed me over with getting the parts to me in a timely fashion, but I don't exactly blame them because it's kind of stormy where I was at, so it's kind of problematic for them. And but anyway, that's why I didn't stream for so long, because I didn't have the parts, and also it was quite stormy. So, but now we're good. Now we're all set back up. I got the parts. We're looking good. It's all assembled. Oh, same. We had tornadoes and like 90-mile-per-hour winds today. That's crazy. The next, you know, I think the next stream I do, I'm going to play that Outbreak game. I'm just in the mood, and the recent weather events kind of have me wanting to play them. I think that'll be fun. So the next time I do some kind of game, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. The next time I stream is probably when I'll play that. As you know, weather is my jam. Exactly. I remember talking about that last stream. So anyway, robot arm's good. And now, so here's, I told Senti, but now I'll tell you, Dying, well, I don't know, you're not Dying Moons anymore, so you're Moon Pie. So the robot arm's cool, right? But wouldn't it be even cooler if you could control it? I'm just Moons still. Okay. I'll call you Moons. Wouldn't it be cooler if you could control the robot arm yourself? And maybe, what if, maybe, I don't know, I'm not saying I will, but maybe I come up with some kind of game. A competition of sorts, maybe. And have chat compete for some sort of prize with some sort of objective that they're trying to do with the robot arm. I think it could be pretty fun. We'll see. We can test it out. Oh God, that's a power we're unworthy of. Yeah. I don't exactly disagree. Because not that, you know, it's just this robot arm, you need to know how to, you need to be careful with how you command the joints. And, you know, randoms on the internet, they're not going to care. They're just going to command it to however they see fit that they think is right. If If I give mans to this thing, will I give it my depression? No. Well, I say no, but it's possible. It'll probably be depressed if you break it. So that might be a little bit more than just depressed. But we're gonna try not to break it. So anyway, that's what we're looking at now, is this code. Oh God, I don't want to break it. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's gonna happen, is the thing, right? So I'm just gonna have to be willing to invest in servos. The good news is that the hardest to access servo is the servo that's not really a concern at all. It's the other two servos that are more easily accessible and easily replaceable. Well, they cost money, but in terms of, disassembling it and replacing it, it's easier. Those two servos that are concerning are easier to access and replace. Anyway, okay. You would not let us live that down. I was going to say servos are not cheap. No, and especially the high torque ones. They're not cheap. But, these servos that I got off Amazon are actually, I think I got like 4 for $50. So, which actually isn't that bad for a high torque servo. At least when I bought high torque servos previously, I think the unit price was a little bit more than that. So of course, $12 per is not something I want to break, but it's content, right? So what's all that code behind you? Well, I was getting to that, Moons. This code behind me, oh, you're just asking what language? Yeah, it's Python. It's Python, easy to work with, and it has the libraries I need to work with the I2C board and stuff, and so yeah, it works out. I suck at Python, lol. I know Java and C. Oh, well, I mean, you could easily pick up Python then, I think, right? Python's so readable. No, I can't. I believe in you, Moons. I think, I've tried. Well, that's interesting, if you can work with Java and C, those are tougher languages, in my opinion, to digest, probably. But also comes with a little bit of a different way of thinking, I guess. So maybe that's why. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, it's Python. I learned it because I modded Java and Bedrock of Minecraft. That's why I learned it so well. Well, that's awesome. That's a great way to do it, actually, probably. To learn that stuff. I learned Java because it was there was a computer science class at my high school, and it was just in Java, pretty much. Haven't learned C, but I want to. If I learn another language, the next language well, no, that's not true. The next language I learn is probably Fortran. But then C. ++. Actually, maybe C and C++. Anyway. Too many languages out there to learn. And, but the more you know, the better. I forgot, are you a programmer? Yes and no. I know enough programming to get the job done for what I need. But I am not, I wouldn't say I'm a programmer by trade. I just know how to make programs to work the calculations I need to in engineering. So, but yeah, like I would not, you know, model your code after my code. I have no idea if my code's good code. I like to call it spaghetti code. But it works. That's the important thing for an engineer. What's the worst that could happen? Exactly. Well, so I will say, right, I'm careful enough to know, you know, to test my code to make sure it actually works. But, you know, I think probably programmers are more particular about how their code is actually written, what's the most efficient way to write code, blah, 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 blah. I'm not worried about that. It just needs to work. So, but it needs to work correctly. Okay, so anyway, so this code just is a code for adding increments to the joint angles of the robot. And I was gonna code a little bit more for these errors. But in testing out the robot arm, you know, again, I've stated it before, but I'll say it again. The joint angles, the joint limits really depend on where the other joints are. So I'm going to have to come back to this some other time. So I'm just going to, I always forget what's the shortcut for commenting. Shift Alt A. Which one is the one that... Oh, okay, no, that's right. So I guess that's just... I guess that works. Maybe? Well, I guess we'll hope for the best. How's Star doing today? I don't know, how is Star doing today? Star, how are you doing today?
Feeling stellar as always, Sai, ready to dive into cosmic discoveries with you. Let's explore the wonders of the universe together.
Always the wonders of the universe with Star, you know? Can't get away from those wonders of the universe. Now that's epic. It's pretty epic. Oh, you know what? You know what else we could try? We could do this. I actually released a new version of this program I'm calling VTS GURS. And now Star can actually, I think Star should be able to see the robot. But she's only, well, actually, you know what I could do real quick? I could do this. Yeah, that works. Oh, that might not have worked. Let's see. Maybe
Why
it
did
did.
the robot arm go to therapy? Because it had too many attachment issues.
There you go. So now Star can actually see what's on the screen and make a comment on it. But never mind. You know, that's slightly terrifying. Yes, kind of. She's slowly gaining sentience. A little bit. A little bit. Star, what do you think about my code? Yay, nay, maybe not.
It looks like we've got a classic multitasking setup here. On the left, there's a soundboard that looks like it's ready to drop the sickest beats.
So it didn't
In the middle
work
there's
out.
code that's probably plotting world dominion. One servo motor at a time, and on the right, an anime character who looks like they're about to perform surgery on that unsuspecting blue robot arm. Just don't ask the robot to dance to JavaScript. It might start compiling some funky moves.
So see, that's interesting, because that means that Star captured all 3 of my monitors instead of just the active monitor, which shouldn't happen, but it's a possibility. Bro, she is taking over your setup. Maybe. Uh-oh. Might have a problem. Damn it. I thought I fixed that. Because I was testing the program before, and that would happen. Where she captures the whole setup. But it seems to only happen for certain programs, maybe? Hold on, let me try this again. Okay, what was the picture captured that time?
It looks like the coder has a lot of control over those servos but struggled to control their urge to run the code. Look at those repeated executions at the bottom. Maybe they were just testing again, and again, and again. Remember, if a servo twitches in the terminal and no one's around to see it, does it still count as a bug?
Okay, so see, that time she just captured the active window, which is what she's supposed to do. So it's got some bugs. It's got some bugs, but you know, for the most part, it does what it needs to do. Okay. So, is Senti still here? Or is Senti gone now? Senti's gone. So, Moons, would you like to be the first one to try this out? I'm not gonna, yes, tell me exactly what to do though. Okay, I got you. Let me go back. Actually, no, I want to stay here. I think I have, oh, I need to fix this actually. I need to give you permission to use the command. Okay. So you're gonna type something like, let me see, maybe I can make a little quick graphic. Oh, let me make a little quick graphic. So you know what you're moving. So you don't really have to wonder what all the joints mean. Okay, I want to... Sure, give me word art. Okay. Let me take a screenshot of that. Then let me add an image source. Let's see, where do I want to put that? Okay. So now you know what A, B, C, D. Those are the joint names that I have them set at for now. Just A, B, C, D. So the D joint is the gripper, right? The C joint is moving the elbow of the arm. The B joint is moving the shoulder. In plane with the image, and the A joint is moving the shoulder out of plane of the image. So rotating the arm left and right. Okay, so but how do you actually command that? Let me start this program. Cross my fingers, hope it works. Okay, so you're gonna use a command something like let's just do what's the gripper at right now? Gripper should be at 40. So you can do this should work. If you send that, try it, just copy paste it, and let's see if it works. Huh. It did not work. So hold on, let me close the program. Oh, huh. That's weird. Copy paste it one more time. Huh. Okay. It's only taking your second. So how my program works, it's supposed to take that D10, right? Read that and say, okay, you're going to move the D joint and you're going to increase the angle 10 degrees. Right now it's just reading the 10 though, not the D. So why would that be? Doesn't like my D. How sad. Lol. No, it at the moment it does not. But it's my fault. Don't know why that is. Let me look at this real quick. How are you taking my arguments, actually? So maybe I have to... No, don't do that. I want... Give me 1 second. I still don't know why. You're all good. I find this stuff neat. Thanks. I don't... Oh, don't do that. I don't know why. Not registering that first one. Oh, because I'm a dumbass. Yeah. That would be why. Okay. Duh. Sigh. Okay. I think we got it now. One more time, if you will, Moons. I think it moved, right? Did it? I actually wasn't looking. Do it again. It looked like it entered the keys correctly. So I just wasn't looking at the robot. I have to wait 30 seconds. Oh, really? Okay. Huh. Well, I don't want that to happen. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we'll wait 30 seconds this time. And then I'll have to look into how I... Oh. I'm sorry, Moons. You're gonna kill me. But I was actually on a different window, so it didn't count. So one more time. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna keep on this window now. Wait 30 more seconds. And then we'll go again. And then we'll keep our eyes on the robot this time. Hey, there it is. Okay, so it does work. Perfect. Okay, now do the same thing, but like choose a different letter. Choose whatever joint you want to move. But keep doing the 10 degrees because I think that's all we got. There we go. Okay. So now I got to figure out. So like, that's pretty cool, right? Is that like, is that kind of satisfying? I'm trying to gauge if this is something that's actually like cool or not, or if I'm just nerding out. Oh, so, oh, I didn't think it was going to work that time, but it actually did. It's very cool. Okay, awesome. Let me see if I can fix the timer thing. I didn't know that was a thing. So it tells you you have to wait 30 seconds before you use the command again when you use it in like quick succession. Yeah, okay. Huh. Because what I'm looking at, it seems like should be 0. Who's telling you that? Oh, you know what? Maybe it's Twitch. Maybe it's actually Twitch itself. Yeah. Hold on. Maybe it's my Twitch channel settings. Let me go there. I was like, I'm looking at the command. It has a 0-second timer on it. But it's probably my Twitch settings. Huh, where is that at? Oh Twitch, can you please cooperate with me and tell me where your Twitch chat timer messages timer. Spam timer. Is it just a message that pops up? Or is it like a bot telling you that? Mids. Just a message? Okay, so it's probably Twitch. Well, that's gonna suck. I feel like I should find it under here, but then where would it be from here? Huh. Well, that might be something I have to look up off stream, I guess. But you can just test this out for me, Moons, if you don't mind. Just like say hi, but like 2 times quickly. Does that give you the same message? Or is it just the command? Oh, it does. Huh. So it's... Interesting. Well, thank you for helping me work this out, Moons. Might not be the funnest thing, but it's helpful, so thank you. So I know what's going on. So yeah, I'll have to, I don't know if that's something I can even get around. But if I can't, then that's gonna be a problem. Switch identical spam timer. So what about this? I don't really want to do this, but I might have to if this is the thing that's causing it. Well, maybe I can't do that. Okay. Let me try this. Do the hi thing again. 2 hi messages. Does it work now? Damn it. Okay. Well, I'll have to look into that then. If you don't mind, do it one more time, because I had just turned it off. So I'm wondering if it just took time to register. I might not be able to see till next stream. Nah, okay, it didn't work. Okay, well, thank you for trying, Moons. And thank you for helping me work through that. I'm gonna have to see how I'm gonna fix that. So, okay, how about this? Try this. Do like the move arm ink A10 and then B10. One right after the other. That should work, right? Oh, hold on. Don't do it yet. Okay, now do it. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm a little less concerned about it. Because I think once I work out the method that I actually want to use for operating this robot arm, it's going to be rare that you input the identical same exact command twice. Right now it's working off increments, but I think how I actually want to do it is that you could actually specify the exact angle. So I think it's going to work out anyway. But thank you for pointing that out to me, because I didn't know that was a thing. And I'm going to turn back the moderation because that's good to have on. I turned it off because, well, I thought that would fix it, but it's still around. So, okay. So I think that's it. That's it. And then, so here's my grand idea. Here's my grand idea. Here is what I hope and what I envision being how I do these streams in the future. So maybe next weekend, say, I host some kind of, you know what? I don't know if it's going to happen this weekend because I need to figure out how I'm actually going to command the robot properly with Twitch chat. Maybe that's something I do tomorrow. Anyway, next time I do this kind of robot stream, it'll probably be in the format of I have some objective that I want chat to do. And whoever does it the quickest, so say maybe I have this box and I want you to, or I have this basketball, a little ball that I want you to grab with the robot arm and then put it in the basket. And depending on how easy that is, either just time the time it takes to from start to finish for someone from chat to actually score with the ball. And then whoever does it quickest, I don't know, you win a Steam gift card or something like that. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be fun too. And of course, who doesn't like a reward for winning? So I like that idea. But I think it would be also pretty cool to, if I turn this off, then turn this on. So I imagine that maybe having some kind of reward might mean that more people tune in. If that is the case, how fun would it be to select who goes next by doing a little marbles on stream? Right? So depending on the turnout we have, we could do marbles on stream. And then whoever wants to play puts their ball in the ring, and whoever wins the race, they get to go next. I think that I'm pretty hyped. The only thing is I need an audience for this part. And I thank you, Moons, for being here. Hopefully we'll have more people to make this a little bit more interesting. Eventually we'll get there. But I think I'm liking where this is going. I think I'm like, I have a vision and I like what I'm seeing. And I have a soundboard now too, so I have a little announcer voice now, probably, if it's working properly. Nice, it's always good when things pan out. Very true. Very true. Lamau Epic Edition, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, yeah. We'll see. I'm liking where things are going. Thanks for helping me figure out what was going on with the commands. Okay. Well, I think that's it for this stream. No, thank you for helping me out and test it. Should be very fun in the future. Always lovely to stop by and chill. Well, that's great to hear, Moons. You have a good night as well. And yeah. Still taking my summer class, so my stream schedule is gonna be whenever I feel like it. So I don't know when that's gonna be next, or not whenever I feel like it. If I could, I'd stream a lot more, but whenever I have time, I guess. So anyway, whenever that is, hope to see you again. If not, no problem. I'll see you some other time, hopefully. Have a good night, and yeah, bye-bye.